Weeks have passed since 4-year-old Gus Lamont vanished from his family's remote Oak Park station in South Australia. The official search may have slowed, the media coverage has quieted, but behind the scenes, the investigation is very much alive. Now, new clues are starting to emerge. Small details, overlooked moments, and digital breadcrumbs are giving investigators fresh angles on a case that has haunted the nation. Recent forensic work has revisited areas of the property that were previously combed over. Soil samples, water tests, and microscopic traces are being analysed with the latest technology. Even tiny fragments, fibres, marks in the dirt, or subtle environmental shifts could point to what really happened that day. At the same time, digital data is revealing patterns nobody could see before. Phone pings, GPS signals, and previously deleted messages are being cross-referenced to reconstruct Gus's last known movements and the moments surrounding his disappearance. And it isn't just science. Witnesses who were interviewed early in the investigation are being re-interviewed, with detectives looking for subtle inconsistencies or shifts in behaviour that might have gone unnoticed. Every word, every reaction could provide a key piece of the puzzle. The community hasn't gone quiet either. Locals are revisiting search areas, sharing observations, and reporting anything unusual near Oak Park Station. These tips, when combined with official investigation, are helping to refine where detectives focus next. This is a pivotal moment in the Gus Lamont case. Every new clue matters, and the story is far from over. If you want to stay updated on the latest developments, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what comes next. Investigators have returned to Oak Park Station, not with a massive search party, but with a highly specialised forensic team. Their mission isn't to cover the land again, it's to look closer, sharper, and smarter than ever before. Advanced tools like ground-penetrating radar are scanning areas around the homestead, sheds, and nearby creek beds. These devices can detect subtle changes in soil, hidden depressions, or areas that have been disturbed, clues invisible to the human eye during the initial search. Soil and water samples collected in the early days are being reanalysed using updated techniques. Trace fibres, microscopic residues, or even faint chemical signatures could reveal evidence of human activity that went unnoticed. Every detail matters. Even the smallest discrepancy could shift the investigation in a new direction. Forensic experts are also focusing on high-interest zones, places near equipment, fences, and areas where volunteers reported unusual findings. These micro-scenes could be critical. Detectives aren't asking, "Where did Gus go?" anymore. They're asking, "What happened there?" This renewed forensic approach shows a shift in strategy. The investigation has moved from broad searches to precision work, where science and meticulous observation are guiding the next steps. Every piece of evidence collected now is being examined with the potential to unlock answers that were previously out of reach. And as these forensic results come in, detectives are watching closely, knowing that even one tiny discovery could rewrite the timeline of Gus Lamont's disappearance. If you want to stay informed as these developments unfold, hit subscribe and keep your notifications on. You'll be among the first to know when a breakthrough occurs. While the physical search zones are being re-examined, detectives have turned their attention to the invisible trail Gus may have left behind. Digital breadcrumbs. Every phone, GPS ping, and message log from the critical hours around his disappearance is being meticulously reviewed. Investigators are not only analysing family devices, but also anyone who was on or near the Oak Park property during that day. Each mobile signal, each brief call, even deleted messages are being reconstructed to create a detailed timeline of movement. This digital reconstruction allows authorities to see who was stationary, who moved, and where activity occurred during moments that were previously unaccounted for. Patterns begin to emerge. Devices that went silent, apps that suddenly stopped updating, and locations that may have been overlooked. By cross-referencing these records with witness statements and forensic findings, investigators are piecing together a clearer picture of what happened that afternoon. Even minor discrepancies could provide critical leads, revealing inconsistencies or confirming alibis. Digital data doesn't forget, It doesn't lie, and it doesn't miss a beat. For the team on Gus Lamont's case, these signals could hold the key to finally understanding the boy's last known movements. And potentially, the people around him at the time. Staying updated on these digital breakthroughs is essential. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Every signal analysed brings the investigation one step closer to the truth. As investigators dig deeper, they've returned to the people closest to Gus Lamont. Not to assign blame, but to uncover details that may have been missed the first time. Witnesses, family members, and staff who were on or near Oak Park Station are being re-interviewed. These sessions focus on subtle changes in stories, tone, and body language. Small discrepancies, like shifting timelines, omitted details, or nervous gestures, can indicate areas that require further scrutiny. Behavioural analysis experts assist in identifying these cues, helping detectives separate memory lapses from potential deception. The goal isn't to accuse anyone, but to ensure no detail is overlooked. Investigators believe that even routine observations, such as who last saw Gus, when doors were opened, or when equipment was moved, could hold the clue that leads to a breakthrough. Combined with forensic evidence and digital data, these interviews are being treated as pieces of a puzzle. Patterns in human behaviour can sometimes reveal more than physical traces, offering insight into the circumstances surrounding Gus's disappearance. Every re-interview adds a layer of understanding, and while the public sees silence, the investigation is actively constructing a timeline and behavioural map that could finally point toward answers. Stay with us. Every new development brings us closer to uncovering the truth behind Gus Lamont's disappearance. Investigators have returned to Oak Park Station with a laser focus on the land itself. Even after the initial searches, forensic experts are revisiting key areas: dam sites, creeks, sheds, and high-interest zones, using advanced tools that weren't available during the first sweep. Ground-penetrating radar, enhanced soil analysis, and microscopic residue testing are being employed to detect disturbances invisible to the naked eye. Tiny fibres, subtle soil compressions, or minute traces of material can provide crucial evidence of movement, placement, or interaction that occurred during Gus's disappearance. The goal is simple: determine whether the landscape holds any clues that were missed during the initial chaotic search. Experts cross-reference these physical findings with witness accounts, surveillance records, and GPS data to build a precise picture of the moments before and after Gus vanished. Even a seemingly insignificant piece of trace evidence, a scuff mark, a broken twig, or an unusual soil deposit, can become a turning point in the investigation. Detectives are methodically reviewing every inch of the property, understanding that the answer may lie in details previously overlooked. These forensic efforts highlight a critical truth. Even in the most open, remote terrain, science can uncover secrets that the human eye cannot. The hope is that meticulous re-examination of Oak Park Station will finally shed light on what happened to Gus Lamont. Alongside the physical search, investigators are following a less visible trail: digital footprints. Every phone ping, GPS signal, and device location associated with Gus's family, visitors, or workers on Oak Park Station during the critical window is being meticulously analysed. Deleted messages, sudden phone inactivity, and app usage patterns are all cross-referenced to reconstruct a minute-by-minute timeline. Even small anomalies, like a device briefly appearing outside expected areas or reconnecting unexpectedly, can provide leads that point to movement, interaction, or unusual behaviour. This digital reconstruction isn't limited to just family devices. Any contractor, visitor, or neighbour who had reason to be near the property is included in the review. By layering these signals with physical evidence, investigators hope to identify inconsistencies or corroborate witness accounts. Forensic analysts emphasise that digital data doesn't forget. It records time, location, and activity with precision. In a case like Gus Lamont's, where there are few physical traces, these virtual breadcrumbs may hold the key to understanding what happened. The combination of subtle digital clues and rigorous forensic examination represents a new phase in the investigation. a phase that could finally bring answers to a case that has haunted South Australia for months. Even as official search operations have slowed, the community around Oak Park Station hasn't let go. Locals, neighbours and volunteers remain deeply invested, combing the surrounding landscape, sharing tips and revisiting areas previously searched. For them, Gus's disappearance is not just a news story, it's personal. The Lamont family has felt the weight of this attention. Public concern is a double-edged sword. It fuels hope, but also amplifies pressure there. Community members continue organising searches, coordinating via social media and local networks, and maintaining a presence that ensures the case doesn't fade from collective memory. There is visible frustration over the lack of updates, but it has not turned to anger. Instead, it has become determination. Every new clue, every insight, no matter how small, is scrutinised, and volunteers remain committed to assisting authorities wherever possible. This relentless public vigilance contrasts with the quiet, methodical pace of the official investigation. While detectives work behind closed doors, analysing data and forensic results, the community keeps the story alive, ensuring that Gus Lamont is not forgotten. The emotional pressure of this case underscores why every piece of evidence, no matter how minor, matters. Public engagement, awareness and persistence are proving vital in supporting a case that relies as much on observation and detail as it does on science and strategy. With the official investigation remaining largely quiet, speculation naturally grows. Authorities have not confirmed details publicly, but several investigative possibilities are being carefully explored behind the scenes. One possibility is that Gus wandered off, though experts note that the remote location and lack of tracks make this unlikely. Another avenue considers accidental injury or exposure in the rugged outback, but the absence of physical evidence complicates this theory. A third, more complex possibility involves unseen human involvement. While there are no public accusations, detectives are examining behavioural patterns, timelines, and digital footprints to determine if someone close to the property might hold answers. Every re-interview, every piece of data, and every subtle inconsistency is being assessed with precision. Silence in cases like this doesn't mean inactivity. On the contrary, it can indicate that investigators are protecting ongoing leads, preventing evidence contamination, and allowing forensic analysis to progress without public interference. The lack of public updates also amplifies community speculation. Each unanswered question, each delay, fuels theories. But these theories may only hint at the careful, methodical progress happening quietly in the background. Gus Lamont's disappearance remains a puzzle, and the silence around it is deliberate, ensuring that when the next breakthrough occurs, it is supported by verified, actionable evidence. The absence of updates has created a strange paradox. The silence itself has grown louder. Every unanswered question, every paused press conference, and every delayed statement resonates more than any announcement ever could. In the community, friends, neighbours, and supporters replay every known detail in their minds, searching for overlooked clues or inconsistencies. Social media buzzes with theories, messages, and shared memories, amplifying the sense that something important is just out of reach. This heightened awareness can be both painful and powerful. It keeps the story alive, compelling people to stay vigilant, report potential leads, and maintain hope. The silence isn't a void. It's a canvas on which the community's concern, fear, and determination are painted. Even for investigators, the quiet is deliberate. Every pause in communication preserves the integrity of witness testimony, prevents evidence contamination, and allows analysts to work without outside pressure. Yet for the public, the longer the silence continues, the louder it feels, making Gus's absence impossible to ignore. The growing noise of silence serves as a reminder. In cases like this, every day without answers increases the emotional weight, the scrutiny, and the urgency for resolution. Some truths are protected, not hidden. The silence surrounding Gus Lamont isn't the end. It's a prelude to answers that are still being uncovered. Every unspoken detail, every careful step behind closed doors, brings investigators closer to understanding what truly happened that day. For the family, the community, and anyone following this case, the absence of updates can feel unbearable, but it also signals that work is happening quietly, deliberately, and with precision. If you believe that no child should vanish without answers, that every missing person deserves attention, and that silence should never be mistaken for inactivity, subscribe, stay informed, and share Gus's story. Awareness keeps the search alive, and every tip, every discussion, and every pair of eyes on this case matters.